Hey guys, Dennis here, Muddy Water Search and Recovery.
Dan.
We have Dan here tonight. Alex, we'll see if he's able to jump on tonight or not. I know out in Myrtle Beach, they're on vacation. They tried to do a live feed last night, and he did not have enough signal to pull that off. So last night's live feed started, didn't really go anywhere.
A lot of
We
echo.
will, yeah. We will get a time that we will go over that particular case again. But before we get too far into this tonight, Dan got a hold of me earlier and let me know about a case and what was going on it. So, Dan, if you want to jump into that.
I wrote it all down too because it's a lot. All right, so February 9th of 2023, Maria del Carmen Lopez is a mother of 7 and a grandmother of 19. Maria was watering her lawn and was kidnapped by 5 to 7 men in a white van. 2 were being lookouts, 1 was a driver, and the other 2 men forced her into the van. Within 48 hours, calls came to the family demanding a 6-figure ransom. The family doesn't have that kind of money. The family wanted proof of life. The kidnappers sent an audio recording of Maria fleeing for her life. The first couple weeks after Maria was kidnapped, the family received 20 or more phone calls from the family or from the kidnappers demanding more money. The FBI was involved from the beginning. They're offering a $25,000 reward for any information leading to the location of Maria. They are working on negotiations with the Mexican government. After the first few weeks, it has been completely silent. No other communication from Maria or the kidnappers. But the family is not giving up. They know it's not related to the Mexican cartel. The FBI says they do still believe Maria is alive. And basically, the best way for anybody to help right now is, other than keeping her case out in the public, is to go onto the link in our description here and sign that petition. I also posted that petition on our Facebook page. So that is the best way to help because they're trying to get the president to get active on this.
And Natasha says, wasn't there a case like this a while back?
Yep.
There's actually been a few cases very similar to this.
2 months ago, I think it was.
And as Dan said, we have the link to that petition down in our video description. So please take a minute, go on there and sign that. And let's do anything that we can to help bring this lady home.
Natasha, no, that's a different one. That's the previous one.
Yeah.
Maria del Carmen Lopez. Yes, there is a. Now, are you talking about on the YouTube or on the Facebook? The one on the Facebook, I believe, hang on, is the petition.
I might have put the wrong one in the description then.
Yeah, the one on the Facebook is petition.
And Dan, are you able to put that link in the comments on here?
I can try. Hang on.
And Barb, we don't have a flyer at the moment, but as soon as we get one, we'll get
I do
that
have
released.
a flyer.
She does?
I do, yeah.
Oh, Dan does. Okay. Yeah, we'll definitely get that out to you guys.
Okay, let me get back to the YouTube comments real quick. Okay, I tagged it in the comments. It won't be a link like you do, but they can copy it and paste it.
So, guys, tonight, just a heads up, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning here. So, I'm not guaranteeing my internet's going to make it through that. It's already been acting a little crazy, but we're going to go live as long as we can tonight with this. So, guys, last week we done part 1 of gaining permission to access private property to do a search. And we focused more on the property owner's side point of view and then more of the search team point of view. And tonight we're going to go more into the family that has a missing loved one, their point of view when it comes to asking permission from somebody to search their property. But we done a poll last week, and I let it run all week. And it was basically asking your opinions on reasons why property owners would refuse access to their property. And the results of that, 36% of people said the property owner is hiding something or they were involved. 32% said that they believe the property owner just don't want involved in the case whatsoever. 24% said that they don't want people they don't know on their property. And 8% said the property owner feels that their property was not involved in that case. We did have a lot of comments both on the community page here and on Facebook where liability issues come up a lot as well. And that makes a lot of sense too. Today you could sue somebody for looking at you wrong. So I believe that's probably another big reason. That's another reason that, we would offer without a doubt to sign a liability waiver so the property owner would not be responsible if somebody got hurt or anything along those lines.
And we can also request the family if they're deciding they want to be there during the search, which normally isn't the best idea, but they would have to sign a waiver guaranteeing that nothing would happen. Hey Mac, it's tagged to the Facebook. I put it in here, but it doesn't link up unless Dennis puts it in.
And that could be after the live feed is done before I'll be able to come back and put it in the chat share, but we'll get it over here too. And we'll try to get that out everywhere we can to try to help out with that. Natasha, sounds like you had an interesting yesterday.
Yeah, she was on the live stream with me last night on TikTok.
See, Natasha does a lot of really great work. So, Dan, we have had opportunities to speak with multiple family members in multiple cases. And, some of the cases may be similar, just in character, just, they've gone missing. But when it comes down to the details, it seems every one of these are widely different. Yeah. And families that I've talked to, when they have gone to get permission to search properties, it seems they all get different results and different interactions. Is that the same with you when you're talking to these families?
Yes and no. I mean, normally I've only, like Bruce's case, his sister hasn't had no issues as far as asking people to search their properties, unless it's like one of our poll results, unless it's somebody that may be connected to it. Echo Lloyd's case, no problems getting permission to search the property there. Mark's case, right now they're being understandable because they know how that property owner is feeling, and they're being very patient about it, which is a great thing, because when you get hostile towards a property owner or belligerent, 9 times out of 10 they're going to tell you, sorry, it ain't happening. So the best thing to do is show compassion for the property owner as well as the family. Understand that the property owner was put into a situation that he knew nothing about or she knew nothing about. And so far, I haven't had an issue. There's only one incident where I got denied, and that was for one of our poll reasons. The person might have been involved. So, which I'm glad that outcome didn't turn out as bad as it could have.
Right.
But so far, I haven't had no issues except for just families wanting it done as quick as possible. And they're starting to understand that it takes time to plan these things. It takes time to talk property owners into allowing us. It's not something that can be rushed right into.
Right, because that is a lot that is just dropped on those property owners. And Alex mentioned this last week. When it come to Crystal Kipper's case, the 3 properties there that we've searched and we'll be going back out to, that one, for me, that was an exceptional situation because they were immediately, absolutely, yes, please do, to one property owner actually admitting that when they go down to harvest the crops every year, she is afraid they're going to find a body down there. And just please come in and get this searched. That particular person helped contact the other 2 neighbors who were on board with it all. No issues, nothing. You guys come out as much as it takes and get this done. But then, like we talked about last week too, Randy Leach case, I've had the complete opposite. People get just hateful about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just such a wide difference there. Natasha says it is more than a lot. LOL. It's a whole semi truck or stuff to throw at an owner. That it is.
What's going on here? Get out of the way. Something popped up in front of my screen. And for example, in Mark's case, that's a new property owner as of May. And then they get that thrown on him. You gotta know he ain't too happy about that.
No.
I know I wouldn't be.
And seeing all of us, all of you that's viewing these videos, we've all dug into these cases. We've tried to help these families. So it's not going to shock any of us as much as somebody knocks on your door and asks to search your property. But if it's somebody that doesn't follow missing persons cases or search and recovery and know very little about it, and they get that knock on the door, I can't imagine what they're feeling when they get that information.
And like, say for example, a family member went to knock on somebody's door. Think about how the family member is gonna react trying to discuss with somebody that owns a property that they think that their loved one is on that property. They're gonna get emotional. They're gonna get flustered. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely one of the hardest things to do right now is gain permission.
See, and then with the family owner, as I think you were fully getting to on that, is the family owner has to once again go into the full details of their loved one missing. They got to relive that in their mind again to explain it to another person with the hopes they get permission. Then if they're told no after all of that and the emotions they put into that, I mean, just heartbreaking. Natasha said, I found a video of Maria with the audio of the call. You want me to put it in the chat? Yeah, you're more than welcome to.
I don't think it'll tag in the chat.
And Barb said, in Randy's case, it could be that the owners might know something. This was through letters. I had sent them a letter because I could not narrow down the physical address that they lived. So I sent it with the address that I had. Turns out it was the right person. And I did not have a phone number for that person. But from what I'm getting and from what I've gotten talking to some people who live around there, it seems that this was an older lady and just she didn't want anybody on the property. I mean, obviously, you can't rule out if maybe they knew something, even if it was second, third hand knowledge. But it's one of the, it was frustrating because it cost us the opportunity to search that spot. Mm-hmm. But thankfully, another team did come in. I don't know if they ended up getting permission or not, but they did put their boat in and run a piece of equipment and was able to clear that area of Stranger Creek.
Right.
But it was just, I mean, if you don't want somebody on your property, in my opinion, to say, hey, no, I'd rather not let somebody on, not come across, don't you ever come on my property. And I mean, there's a way to do it and be respectful. Then there's a way to just be disrespectful. And that one was, in fact, I still got that letter upstairs and I've held on to it. And that was crazy. But we've actually had a few locations in Randy's case that we were denied access. We've had some locations in other cases we were denied access.
I had one location here I was denied access in Stillwater for a missing woman. But that one, I think they were more not wanting to be involved.
Right.
Right across the street from where she went missing at.
See, Natasha says, I have learned from my experience in working cases that most of the time the owners had knowledge of it or did not want to be held liable for it. See, and that's another one too. You know, it could be in their mind, if something's found on this property and I own the property, am I going to get the blame for this?
Mm-hmm. That's one reason why we do not deny them the opportunity to talk to a lawyer. If they say they want to talk to a lawyer first, by all means, please do.
Yeah, and in my personal opinion on that, if somebody does come to you and ask to search your property, my opinion is go ahead and contact your attorney, because you do have property owners' rights and you should be fully aware of those, understand those 100%. And it's going to make you more comfortable with a team coming on and searching once you know your rights.
Exactly.
And that might be a video we do in the near future, where we go over the property owners' rights and get that out so everybody knows more of what we're talking about with that. Natasha says Randy Leach is one of the first cases I got to do research on. I started working on these cases in October of 2019. Randy Leach, that's the case that actually led to Muddy Waters getting started. I've had experience in this in the past, but it was an AWP video on Randy Leach that caught my attention, and I started digging in, learning everything I could, and it got to the point that Megan was on me, you need to get this started, do something, try to help, and that's what I felt I needed to do, and here we are today with well over 500 cases that we've worked on in the last 2.5 or so years now. And while we don't come out and take credit for any recoveries that were made based off of information we've gotten out to people, be it other search teams, law enforcement, I can tell you there has been multiple cases that we've gotten a location of interest to law enforcement or another search team, and that's where they went, they searched, and made the recoveries there. There's been several of those. We've had multiple teenage runaway cases, and people actually seen their flyers on our YouTube channel and recognized the person, and a lot of these have been several states away from where they went missing, and was able to call it in. Some of these, the teenager was just upset, they got in trouble, got their phone taken away, and I guess kids nowadays, they just run away. Mm-hmm. Then there was a couple of them that there was some more sinister stuff going on at home. Thankfully, law enforcement figured out what was going on and was able to get those kids some help.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. There's always a reason why they run away.
See, Natasha said she learned Randy's from AWP and Profiling Evil and Duty Ron.
Duty Ron?
Duty Ron, okay. Yeah, I've got a bigger screen attached to bigger monitor attached to my laptop, and when the internet started going crazy, so did that. So now I'm back to my little screen right now. So, Dan, what would be your number one recommendation to a family member of a missing person who is going to knock on somebody's door and ask permission to do a search? What would your number one recommendation be?
Number one would be hold back on the emotions. And then number two would be respectful.
Seeing The respect factor there, I've spoken with the property owner in the past that was denied access to a property, and the family member immediately got defensive, started throwing accusations.
I think you froze. I think you froze. Okay, it's just me for right now, so we'll wait for Dennis to come back. But basically, like he was saying, is when property owners get defensive, it causes problems. The best thing to do is be respectful, hold back your emotions, and understand what the property owner is going through. Because I don't know about you, but hang on one second. Yeah. That's all right. I'm still talking to him. All right. I'll let them know. I'll keep it going until your power goes on. All right. Bye. Okay. So Dennis lost power due to the storm. But basically, what we were saying is if you can't gain access to the property, you're not going to find out the information you need. So the best way to do it is be respectful, whichever answer you get, yes or no. If they say no, be understandable. Say, I understand. That I'll be respectful about your decision. But if you do happen to change your mind later on down the road, please contact me. If they say yes, don't get over enthused because you don't want them getting nervous about what you might do to their property. Just be happy and content they said yes, and schedule a date that would be best for the property owner. It does take certain things to get a search planned, as far as any type of documentation, letters of liability, a search team. It's best to do it with a search team. I mean, but if you do choose to do it on your own, best thing to do is preserve the evidence. If you find something, don't touch it. Contact law enforcement immediately. Tell them where you're at. Have them come out and take care of the evidence. But whatever you do, number one, do not touch it. Doesn't matter what it is. Now, that's why I say having a search team, whether it be search and recovery, search and rescue, a cadaver dog team, it's always best to have somebody like that with the knowledge of what to do when something like that comes about. Because, say, for example, you find something and it ends up in court, the defense is going to be able to say, hey, we want this thrown out because it was not preserved properly. The evidence was not collected properly. So, I mean, it's always best to have somebody there that knows what they're doing instead of doing it on your own. No offense towards any family members. It is always best to have a professional team do it. Like, for example, OK Diver, phenomenal at what he does. And we all know he's got issues trying to gain access to it properly. a piece of property. But that's something he can't discuss right now. But it's always something. There's whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, there's always a reason why somebody does not want their property searched. Me personally, if it was me, and I know I don't do anything wrong, so I'd be like, yeah, sure, come on, search it. But there's some people you never know. I had a case in Oklahoma where I really believe that person was involved one way or another, and they refused access, and I had to be respectful, even though I had my gut feeling that that person might have been involved. But that's more for my safety and the respect of the property owner. Hang on, I'm reading comments. Now, who was that, Natasha? Oh, Maddie. Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, back. Yeah. I just seen that too. Are we still live on this one? No, not Madison, Maddie. So, question for y'all. If y'all were the property owner and I was a family member coming to ask you for permission, how would you want to be approached? Has anybody looked at the other live? Is it Dennis?
Is it just you?
Yeah, Dennis lost power. An example. The location Echo Lloyd went missing. It's her own property. Her husband lives there. He had no problem whatsoever. No judgments. He said, yes, please do. It's only 5 lots, but you're definitely more than welcome to search it. The problem we're having with that one is the neighbors next to that property don't like giving consent. And unfortunately, that's what happens. It's either they're, oh no, here he comes. Hi, everybody.
Hey, Dan, can you hear me?
No, I can't hear you.
Oh, man. Storm knocked our power out. And I'm outside. It's like everywhere over here without lights now.
Oh, you're okay. I just Gave him your address and everything. Nothing major. No, I was just explaining still what we were talking about. Discussing the Echo Lloyd situation where the husband has no problem, but the other property owners around it do have a problem.
Right. That one was crazy as well.
Yeah, because even the highway patrol didn't want nobody involved in it. They turned around. They turned Texas EquiSearch away.
And that's amazing because if there is a team that you want to come in and search, it's Texas EquiSearch. I mean,
Hands
these
down.
guys got everything.
Yep. Drones, cadaver dogs, boats, water. You lied to him, huh?
And I know Dan can do it. I am very, very thankful for the team that we have because Dan, Alex, any of them can jump in and do this and not have to worry about it. Good hands with them. And
now, Dennis, Natasha knows about this. Last night during my live stream on TikTok, a woman did bring another case to my attention. I have slowly looked into it. I'll send the information over later.
okay.
It's a rather interesting one where the family might be involved.
Oh, man. Those are some of the most disheartening ones.
Yes. Now, that person that sent the email, Treb, he does have a YouTube channel. He does cover missing persons cases such as summer wells and everything like that. He's the one that I spoke to on TikTok. I don't know if he's still on right now, but he's the one that sent that link to the email.
Nice. Yeah, if we can, we'll want to get the link to his YouTube channel shared as well.
Yeah, that's it.
And I got a message from Alex. He said they've got no power or no internet. I'm assuming that they don't, or he may have been. I don't know. That was a message to me. So it says back home, no power, no internet. So that could be why he didn't come on tonight.
Yeah, and the hard part of that storm is hitting that location right now where he is.
Oh, man. When I looked at radar, when I saw it was coming in, it looked like we were going to barely be in the clear, just north and just south of us.
Yeah, I seen that.
But nope, it hit us.
Now, Dennis already knows. Natasha already knows. I may have to have surgery. So I'll be focusing a lot on TikTok and reviewing cases other than searches. So
yeah, we're going to keep Dan busy with research when he's down recovering. But yeah, prayers for a speedy recovery on that, Dan. And it's better to go ahead and get that taken care of now and it not cause you problems later on.
yep. Now, August 5th, we'll be doing the Day of the Missing on TikTok. We've got a lot of advocates wanting to be a part of it.
That's going to be an exciting show.
Yeah, it's going to be all day.
And thank you, Natasha. Natasha says, in other words, Dan will be sending me the research, right? LOL.
No, not hardly.
So, I don't think Dan would know what to do if he couldn't do research. But yeah, that show, that's going to be an incredible show. And we will get when that show takes place, we're going to get the link to that shared out. You guys will hear about this some more. We'll do another video on that just to make sure everybody remembers that's coming up. But you said that was August 5th, right?
My brat, her tablet keeps messing up. I told her to go find something else to do.
And Max says he hears wind chimes on Dennis's side. Yeah, I'm out on the front porch because it is dark as all get out in the house.
That's his piercings. Don't let him kid you.
Hey, my ears are pierced, but they rarely ever get an earring in them.
Yeah, so is mine, but I don't wear an earring either.
So I thought they'd have been closed by now, but I guess it's a couple weeks ago. Megan's like, I'm going to put some in there. So she did, and they went right in. So
I pierced mine at Pizza Hut eating lunch a long time ago.
hey, is Natasha going to join you on that show?
I don't know. We've asked quite a few people. Our goal is to start a TikTok challenge right now, and that's to challenge creators to post, duet, stitch, or even make a song or a video about a missing person.
That would be incredible.
The person that I'm teaming up with, her name is Oracle Mama. She is the creator of the Sky Foundation. The owner of the Sky Foundation brought Oracle Mama on to help her out because she was dealing with finding her missing son.
Man. And that is one thing that I have so much respect for these families, because they're going through having a missing loved one from their family, and yet they're also helping other families that are in the same situation.
Exactly. For example, Gabby Petito's family, they started the Petito Foundation for domestic violence and missing people.
Man, it's incredible. Mac, I want to see a picture of you with an earring in, bud.
A big hoop. But
so, guys, when it comes to the part 2 that we were going to do tonight, we will go into more details on that at a later date. Hopefully, Alex will be able to join us on that one as well. And this one, I would like. I'm going to get a hold of Chris and Jeff. I would like for Chris to come on that one. Jeff too, if he's available. And because Chris has done a lot of work with Alex when it comes to them contacting families, and he was a big part of the search with Crystal Kipper. And I would like his thoughts on that topic and everything to be shared with everybody as well on that. Hey, Joanne. But I am going to have to go ahead and call it a night on here. My boy hates thunderstorms, and he's come out like 10 times. Can you come in yet? So I'm gonna have to go in and be with them. But we'll let you all know when we have our next one rescheduled. And one more time, that was August 5th for the TikTok show, right?
Starting at 10 a.m. Central or 10 a.m. Eastern time.
Right on.
And going all day long.
And we'll definitely keep you guys up to date on that and up to date on our next live feed. And then several other videos will be released this coming week. So keep your eyes open for those. And guys, till next time, you guys stay safe.
And don't forget to sign that petition, guys.
Yes.
All right, y'all.